Imagine a time of deep despair, when a nation groaned under the heel of a ruthless tyrant. For 20 long years the Israelites suffered under King Jabin of Canaan. His commander, Sisera, was a man feared throughout the land, armed with 900 iron chariots, the ancient equivalent of an unstoppable tank division. The people felt hopeless, their spirit crushed, their prayers seemingly unanswered. But even in the darkest of times, a single light can pierce through the gloom. In the hill country of Ephraim there sat a woman under a palm tree. Her name was Deborah. She wasn't a queen or a warrior. She was a prophetess, a judge, a wife, and a mother in Israel. People from all corners of the land would journey to her, seeking wisdom and justice. Under the shade of that palm tree, known as the Palm of Deborah, she dispensed God's guidance, settling disputes, and offering hope to a broken people. She was the voice of God in a silent land, and that voice was about to roar like a lion. One day, Deborah sent a message that would change the course of history. She summoned a man named Barak, a military leader from the tribe of Naphtali. When he arrived, her words were not her own. They were a direct command from the heavens. "The Lord, the God of Israel, commands you," she declared. "Go, take with you 10,000 men of Naphtali and Zebulun, and lead them to Mount Tabor. I will lead Sisera, the commander of Jabin's army, with his chariots and his troops to the Kishon River, and give him into your hands." This was at the moment of liberation. But Barak, a seasoned general, looked at the odds. 10,000 foot soldiers, mostly farmers and shepherds, against 900 iron chariots and a professional army. Fear gripped him. He looked at Deborah, the woman who spoke with divine authority, and gave her an ultimatum. "If you go with me, I will go," he said. "But if you don't go with me, I won't go." His faith was faltering, leaning not just on God, but on the tangible presence of God's prophetess. Deborah's response was immediate and powerful. "Certainly I will go with you," she agreed. But she added a prophetic warning, a consequence for his hesitation. "But because of the course you are taking, the honor will not be yours, for the Lord will deliver Sisera into the hands of a woman." Barak accepted. The stage was set for a showdown that would defy all military logic. The call went out. The tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali answered, 10,000 men, leaving their homes and fields, armed with little more than courage and a belief in Deborah's prophecy. They gathered with Barak and Deborah at Mount Tabor, a majestic dome-shaped mountain that overlooked the Jezreel Valley. Down below, Sisera received the news. An Israelite army assembling in the open? He saw it as an easy victory. He marshaled his 900 iron chariots and his entire army, confident he would crush this peasant rebellion. He marched them to the Kishon River, right into the trap God had laid. From the heights of Mount Tabor, Deborah gave the final command. "Go. This is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands. Has not the Lord gone ahead of you?" At her word, Barak led his 10,000 men charging down the mountainside. What happened next was nothing short of a miracle. As the Israelite forces descended, the heavens opened up. A torrential downpour began, turning the valley floor into a sea of mud. The Kishon River, normally a gentle stream, swelled into a raging torrent. Sisera's greatest weapon, his iron chariots, became his undoing. They were bogged down, stuck in the mire, their wheels useless. The fearsome war machines were now just iron coffins. The Israelite soldiers, nimble on foot, fell upon the panicked Canaanite army. The Lord threw Sisera's forces into a total panic, and the battle turned into a rout. Not a single enemy soldier was left standing. In the midst of the chaos, Sisera abandoned his chariot and fled the battlefield on foot, running for his life, a general without an army, a tyrant without his power. Sisera ran, desperate and alone, his empire crumbling behind him. He sought refuge in what he thought was a safe place, the tent of Heber the Kenite. Heber's clan had a peace treaty with King Jabin, so Sisera believed he would be safe there. He arrived at the tent, exhausted, and was met by Heber's wife, a woman named Jael. "Come, my lord, come right in," she said. "Don't be afraid." She welcomed him into the tent, a sacred space of hospitality. Sisera, parched and weary, asked for water. Jael went beyond his request. She opened a skin of milk, a rich and calming drink, and gave it to him. Then she covered him with a blanket. Comforted and feeling secure, the mighty commander fell into a deep, exhausted sleep. This is where Deborah's prophecy, the one she spoke to Barak, would come to its shocking and violent conclusion. The honor would go to a woman. As Sisera slept, Jael took a tent peg, one of the heavy, sharp stakes used to anchor the tent to the ground, and a hammer. Quietly she approached the sleeping general. With unwavering resolve she placed the point of the peg against his temple. With a powerful blow, drove it through his head and into the ground. The reign of the feared commander ended not on the glorious battlefield, but silently in a woman's tent at the hands of a woman he thought was his ally. When Barak finally arrived hot on Sisera's trail, Jael met him at the entrance. "Come," she said, "I will show you the man you're looking for." She led him inside, and there he saw Sisera, lying dead with the tent peg in his temple. The prophecy was fulfilled to the letter. With the enemy defeated and their commander gone, a great celebration erupted in Israel. The land would know peace for 40 years. To commemorate this incredible victory, Deborah and Barak sang a song, a beautiful and powerful poem recorded for all time. It's known as the Song of Deborah, one of the oldest passages in the entire Bible. The song praises God, who fought for his people, who turned the forces of nature against their enemies. It honors the tribes who answered the call to battle and admonishes those who stayed behind. But most powerfully, it lifts up the heroes of the story. It celebrates Deborah, the mother in Israel, who arose to lead her people out of darkness. And it immortalizes Jael, declaring her most blessed of women, the woman who, with courage and cunning, brought the enemy low. The story of Deborah is a timeless testament to faith and leadership. It shows that God can use anyone, regardless of their station or gender, to accomplish extraordinary things. It reminds us that true strength isn't found in iron chariots or massive armies, but in a courageous heart that trusts in a higher power. It's the story of how two remarkable women, a wise judge and a resourceful homemaker, became the unlikely saviors of their nation. Deborah's story is a powerful reminder that leadership is not defined by gender, but by wisdom, courage, and faith. She rose up in a time when women were not seen as leaders, and through her, a nation was saved. Jael, too, demonstrates that strength can be found in unexpected places. Her decisive action, born of conviction, was pivotal. Let their stories inspire you. Believe in your own strength, your own wisdom, and your own power to make a difference, no matter the circumstances. Arise, woman of valor, for your light has come. Let your voice be heard in the gates, and your wisdom be a lamp unto the nations. Let not the world define your worth, for you are a daughter of the King, and your spirit is a wellspring of life. For you are fearfully and wonderfully made, endowed with strength for today and hope for tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. We'll see you in the next video.